Hi everyone, welcome to the Muster Drill. I'm Scott, and the CDC is changing some of the recommendations in the conditional sale order. Let's talk about it. Hi everyone, welcome back. So the CDC is proposing some changes to the conditional sale order. Specifically, they want cruise lines to allow the crew who are vaccinated and in areas that are not accessible by passengers to be able to take their masks off, not have to wear their masks in those areas, as well as the CDC is recommending pretty much what Royal Caribbean has done, but they're recommending it for all cruise lines. So that change would be that the cruise lines designate specific areas for vaccinated passengers only, and that they have venues for vaccinated passengers only, and show times, like if there's a particular show or something, they'll have a show for the vaccinated or multiple shows for the vaccinated, and like less for the unvaccinated. So that's basically the two big changes that the CDC wants to do to the conditional sale order. The other thing the CDC wants to do is they are going to add a new color to their cruise ship color list or whatever, and that color is going to be gray. So what gray is going to be used for is any ship, any cruise line that does not want to follow any of the recommendations in the conditional sale order. So that's going to be basically just for Florida, because Florida is the only place where the conditional sale order cruise ships are sailing out of, where the conditional sale order isn't, or is just a recommendation. And the cruise lines are already following, pretty much all the recommendations in the conditional sale order, so I don't really anticipate seeing that gray, seeing any ship on that list, which is updated every Monday. I don't really see, any ship being on that list. So we'll just, we'll see what happens with it. I'll be very surprised if I ever see a ship listed in gray. So moving on, the Oasis of the Seas just finished its test sailing from Bayonne, New Jersey. And it was actually the longest test sailing that's, taken place so far. They sailed from Bayonne down to Perfect Day at Coco Cay, and then, back to New Jersey. Now Royal's been doing these test sailings because they've been sailing with less than 95% vaccinated, passengers on board. So the CDC has basically said, well, if you're not going to sail, if you're going to sail with that many unvaccinated, you have to do test sailings first. So, but, for those test sailing, most of the sailings from Bayonne, not all of them, but most of them are to the Bahamas. So, the private island and Nassau. So those test sailings are kind of pointless for those things, because the Bahamas requires 100% vaccination for anyone who's 12 and older. So, but Royal embarked on this, endeavor, before that change to the Bahamas, before that health declaration was made in the Bahamas. So we'll see, how many more test sailings they're going to end up doing. They'll probably still be doing test sailings, because they're going to be out sailings more than, they're going to be sailing to other places other than the Bahamas. So, but that test sailing from Bayonne was, in my opinion, kind of pointless, but okay, so they did it. So the other thing I wanted to talk about with Royal Caribbean is Royal Caribbean recently updated their back-to-back policy. So they sent this email out to all the people who were on back-to-backs on their ship, saying that those people would have to take their luggage off the ship. Traditionally on back-to-back, you stay on the ship. Your luggage stays in the room. You wander around the ship. A lot of people like to take advantage of, the ship in those couple of hours in between sailings that, there's basically nobody on board. So they had sent this email out to all these back-to-back passengers or guests and said, listen, you have to take all your stuff with you now, and you have to get off the ship like anybody else, and then come back on for the next sailing. And I'm not really sure if, that was a mistake or if they received a lot of pushback from that or whatever, but now they've updated their policy again to say, no, now you don't need to do that. You can, leave your stuff on board and, in your room and stuff, and you'll just have to do the traditional get off, go through CBP screening, and come back on. So with the testing, their testing requirement now, they were going to, originally, the original email said they were going to get their test in the terminal, and now the new email says they're going to get their test on board. So really the only thing they're doing is getting off the ship, going through CBP, and coming back on, so they get to leave all their stuff on. I think that was from a lot of pushback from passengers for Royal, but it doesn't matter. I mean, regardless, they've updated it back to basically go back to the way it always had been before, with just the testing component in there. The testing component was in there either way. They were going to get tested in the terminal or tested on the ship. So, and that's just, the new reality. So in any event, so that was, a quick kind of turnaround for RC, for Royal Caribbean on that back-to-back policy. So that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you very much for watching. And if you like this video, don't forget to click that like button. And if you would, please subscribe to the channel. Doesn't cost anything. You click that button once and you're done. You never have to do it again, and it will really help our channel out a lot. Don't forget to click the notification bell so that you know every time we upload a new video. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.